a very quick video, I think. Just to say I need sleep. I got about 4 hours sleep last night. I have no idea why. No one kept me awake. It was just my own brain trying to work out a problem, I think is what it was. But, you know, I was lying in my bed. Not doing anything that would keep me awake generally. Because of bad night's sleep, I've taken to listening to interviews and things while I try to sleep. I was watching something on manifesting before I went to sleep, and honestly, if I could manifest fantastically well, it would solve the problem that my brain was trying to solve, I guess. So that was kind of stimulating before bed, but it was early enough to be watching something, and I was basically trying to finish. It's like a week-long workshop that I'm kind of involved with, and I was trying to watch the first day's one because I'm kind of getting more and more behind. I can't watch them live, although I think there might be one on right as I'm recording this, which is silly, but I would have had to have left it early, and I would have had to have started it late, so I figure I'll just watch the recording. But I'm trying to get them done. So, and I have very little time really to myself. I must sort that out because there's no reason why I shouldn't. I just need to set better boundaries. Anyway, so I couldn't sleep, and I've woken up today, and my partner had bought a loaf. So we went off to drop my car, needed an MOT today, so we went early to drop that off, so before I would ever have had breakfast. So my breakfast wasn't going to be late. And even so, we went and dropped my car off at the garage and went to a supermarket, just a small one. And I bought mushrooms because we were out of mushrooms. I bought spinach because we were out of spinach. And I was like, I need spinach for my morning smoothie. You know, all great. Went home, put the spinach in the fridge, made coffee and ate some of the bread that my partner had bought. So he bought fresh bread. I didn't. I bought gluten-free bread for my younger child. But yeah, I obviously ate some of the bread. And, you know, thought to myself, okay, so I'll just have my smoothie for lunch. No, not smoothie for lunch. Crisps and noodles for lunch. And I've since eaten chocolate. So, you know, it's like no sleep, self-destruct is what I've done today. My intention is to go home from this daughter-in lesson, heading home, picking up my other daughter on the way home, and I'll be going home and making them some spaghetti for supper. Well, at least the younger one wants spaghetti. The older one might do her own. But my intention is to go home and either make, a smoothie, or what I had been planning before I ate the chocolate was some ice cream. But yeah, no, my you know, addictive stuff, addictive patterns are really hard to break. Negative self-talk is hard to break. The situation that I've been whittling over that kept me awake, that's stressful. You know, eating is my go-to calmative response. Doesn't really work though. I don't know why I continue to do it. I guess it's just patterns. Anyway, I don't know I'm really pissed off at myself because, you know, what are we, day 12? My plan is to have a smoothie or an ice cream for supper. It's not a punishment for having been crap for the rest of the day. I haven't been crap for the rest of the day. I've just accidentally, because of lack of sleep and, you know, weak will as a result of lack of sleep and old patterns and kind of stress. Oh, why is life so stressful? It's not the end of the world, is it? It's two dodgy meals and a bit of chocolate. It doesn't have to be me throwing in the towel at this point, does it? It has to. I have to make it me regrouping and learning how better to take care of myself. Hey, I can do it, can't I? Certainly what, you know, I was lying in bed last night planning the days ahead and thinking, woohoo, I can do this, yeah, no problem, having watched the manifestation workshop thing. You know, I was like, woo, yeah, we can do this. Then no sleep, then you know, then old patterns repeat. It's bloody shit. I hate it. I'm fed up of it. I'm so fed up of it. At least I'm not fed up of myself. I'm just fed up of the patterns. I realise that they don't help me. They don't serve actually anything at all other than to, I don't know what. There's got to be something that they serve, otherwise, you know, I'd have learnt from them by now and stopped. So what do they serve? I guess they serve keeping things the same, you know, avoiding scary change. And I suppose actually, you know, if I think about it, it is a kind of scary thought, being slimmer, healthier, more active, more successful. You know, to a certain degree, I can see that is, you know, on one level a scary prospect. And partly what's scary about it actually is not knowing where it'll lead, not knowing if I can actually be successful, you know, and avoiding disappointment by actually sabotaging the whole thing. Is that right? It might be. Anyway, you're not my therapist. You're not. Are you anyone? I don't even know if anyone's watching these, or if they're part watching them. And you know, there are a few tiny views, but I don't know if there's anyone actually out there. But anyway, you know, here I am sharing my deepest, darkest thoughts. Yeah, change is scary. The prospect of change is scary. The prospect of failing is scary. And yeah, no, it makes sense that that you would actually choose to fail rather than having failure thrust upon you, or, you know, arriving at a later date when you've reached a higher height, and so that the fall is further. It kind of makes sense. But you know, there's so much that I want to succeed at. It's not just losing weight. It's not just gaining health. It's gaining energy. It's gaining focus. It's it's being able to focus on my business. I've got an art business that I want to get off the ground. At the moment, my work's not even available anywhere to be bought. So I need energy, focus, brain space to work out how to build my website and get the bloody thing up and running, and then I need stamina to go forward, trying to make my business work, advertising, and I can't do that certainly can't do it while I'm this bloody tired from lack of sleep, but I can't do it when I'm brain fogged up by I want to call them grounding foods, but that's not what they are. They're numbing foods. They shut my brain up. Not, they stop the stress for about 5 minutes whenever I eat them, but they also make me feel incapable of achieving anything at all. Anyway, I've rambled on quite enough. This was going to be short because I'm so tired, but actually it's ended up being long because I'm so tired, and when I'm tired, the rambling starts. If you have watched, thank you for being patient with me. I'm deluded thinking that anyone is actually watching, and that's not really the point. The point is being accountable, and here I am accountable for the fact that I let myself eat a load of unhealthy, brain-numbing nonsense in an attempt to keep myself at the status quo, which is, on one level it's less scary than the status not quo. It's less scary than changing, but God, actually, if I think about staying this unhealthy and keeping on down this path, the future's a hell of a lot more scary, and probably a lot shorter, but a lot more painful, and a lot more depressing, and a lot more horrible for me and the people who love me. And there are people who love me who are going to be both sad and inconvenienced at having to worry about me and care for me, potentially, although I've told them not to if I ever get myself into a stupid state by not taking care of myself. I've told them that I'm not their responsibility. God, I really am rambling now. Yeah, but how scary is that compared to the unknown of actually being healthy? Stupid. You'd think it was a no-brainer. Okay, rant over. I'm going now. I will see the internet tomorrow after a full day of taking care of myself food-wise, at the very least. Okay? That is my commitment. Thank you and good night.